Hey there. Thanks again for joining. This is Scott,
And this is Scott
and we are RV Life
from Top.
to Bottom. And thanks again for joining. We're now coming to you from the second of our 7 gay campgrounds for the summer. This is Whispering Oaks Gay Campground in Hampshire, Tennessee.
Yeah.
We made
a
it.
new state.
Yeah, we'll check this one off. We'd never stayed here before, so we had seen this several different times listed, and it looked really, really awesome. It could fit a 45-foot RV, so we thought, hey, this works perfect for our travels. Let's do it. So we did. So that's where we're talking to you from today. Thoughts about Whispering Oaks just in general?
Yeah, Whispering Oaks was a very easy place to drive to. It was just a little bit south of Nashville. It had great highways from the direction that we approached it. And once you got off the main road, it was just less than a mile on a dirt road, and we got in.
Yeah.
Nice and easy.
Yeah, it was really great. So we're very close to Nashville, Tennessee, which is where we spent one night to re-provision. And so you can see on the map here just really how close it is. So it wasn't a big drive for that day. We stayed for a whole week, which was kind of nice. So we got a lot of work done, which is always important when you work remotely from the road. So that felt good to catch up just a little bit there. It was a really beautiful area. I mean, tons of trees, huge trees, and just so pretty. Daryl and John are the owners. Daryl goes by Mom.
And Mama can light a mean fire.
Mama was pretty awesome.
It was great.
Yeah, she was great. Logistics. They have a bunch of RV sites. They had several pull-through sites for bigger rigs with full hookups, which was great. So we did have water, sewer, and electric while we were there. They have some other back-end sites that are also quite nice. They have a ton of cabins to rent. What do you think of those cabins, by the way?
Yeah, it was amazing. Each cabin was unique and showed its own personality. Their own names and motifs inside.
Yeah, it was really awesome. A ton of tenting sites as well. They had a lot of day passers because you're so close to so many different areas. Really works out quite well.
Yep, it sure does.
They do have a bunkhouse, bathhouse, showers, all that sort of stuff. They are just redoing a whole bathhouse area that had some damage from an ice storm.
And it was year-round, so there were campers at the campground in the middle of that ice storm. And boy, they sure came together to support one another during that time. And,
yeah. Big sense of community for sure.
Sure is.
They do serve food there as well, which is great. They have kind of a restaurant type thing for the main meals. And then late at night, they do have a little cafe. I would say one of the things that's so unique about Whispering Oaks is their production quality on their shows. They have a great facility, incredible lighting, as crazy as that sounds, and a great sound system. And man, did they put on some fantastic shows.
They sure did.
So very, very unique to see that great a production quality going into a campground. So it was very impressive.
Yeah. And they did share because a lot of times you give tips to the performers in the show, and at Whispering Oaks, they made a point that when you donate to our performers, that it does go back into adding more lights and just
kind of a general
it
fun. It was really nice. And we've said this 100 times about our gay campground experience. Everything really revolves around the pool, right? That's kind of the hub of the campground itself. And they also had a nice hot tub there as well. Again, what set this pool apart was that it was heated, and it was very well heated.
Yes.
When you're there in May, you're a little worried about how cold the water is. We used to own a swimming pool at our home in Arizona. So you become very pool water temperature sensitive. And it was lovely.
Yeah.
So,
and then being a little bit of ginger in me, I need areas of shade. And so the pool was perfect for me because it had just the right amount of sun and shade.
It was great. So while we were there, they did have a drag show, which was awesome. That was a lot of fun. Scott did not get steamrolled this time around, so no squishing and no flipper for Scott this time. They had an Elvis impersonator, and he was great. Did a really, really nice job.
And then the MC was the owners, John and Daryl, and the both of them were funny together. The jokes were killing me
It's almost like dad jokes. Yeah.
It was better.
But better.
It was maybe gay dad jokes.
Gay dad jokes. The delivery was spot on.
It was.
Yeah, it was really great.
So during the performance of the drag show, Mama, who was the MC, she did a really good job of reminding everyone of the importance of how gay campgrounds are places where community can be built. And It was just really powerful moment during the drag show. She shared a TikTok that a guest of their campground posted just the week prior, and he shared how important it was. He just felt lost, alone, scared, afraid, and came into Whispering Oaks and was welcomed with big arms. And just he found his place of community within the campground. And, when I reflect and think about our time at Whispering Oaks, like the seasonals, you could just tell like everyone was attuned, like
Mm,
community was very important to everyone from the seasonals to the campers like us and the
yeah.
cabiners. And I think one way that they also kind of brought that community is they had so many meals while we were there. So there was always these gathering times where the whole campground came together as a group, and so it kind of made me think about like when we visit campgrounds, but a lot of times we are guests within the community, and so we're kind of learning the energy, the vibe, the feel of what the community is in the campground. And it just kind of made me think as we travel, what does community look like for you and I
Yeah.
as we're on the road jumping between all these different campgrounds
And we're in different parts of the country, right? And so there's a different flavor at different parts. The West has a very different flavor than the Midwest, which has a different flavor from the
from the
East
east?
Coast. And all of it's really, really fun, which we enjoy. But to Whispering Oaks credit, everyone was very community centric. They
Mhm.
had a huge sense of ownership there of the property itself. It's just a really strong element of the gay campground is this really strong sense of community. But for our
Yeah,
community, it's interesting. We meet a lot of people, which we love people. We love humanity. And so it is interesting when you meet people in different walks of life. And, we've met people who are just out. We've met people who aren't out. We've met people who have been out for 75 years and married for 55 years sort of vibe. And that's insane listening to some of these stories. And
uh,
so it's just really, it's a warm, welcoming experience to just learn about the areas and learn about the people. So I think we build a lot of community that way, which is fun.
we do, yeah. And one thing that stands out for me for gay campgrounds is they create this opportunity for community, meaning that when someone has a campfire, most times you can just step up to the campfire and have a
Absolutely.
conversation, because that doesn't necessarily happen at regular campgrounds,
Yeah.
because a lot of times it's more family centric or it's more independent, while everyone that comes to a gay campground is kind of searching or looking to meet people. That's one of the great joys that we enjoy about
Yeah.
coming and visiting gay
Yeah.
campgrounds.
And we certainly are outgoing. We make it a very specific point when we're at any campground, especially gay campgrounds, to just really meet people and say hello and where are you from and just start a conversation that way. So that sort of kind of sums up our time at Whispering Oaks. Highly recommend it.
Definitely.
Again, all the options. They have lodging, cabins, the bunkhouse, they have tents, they have RV sites, day passes. So if you have an opportunity to go, if you're kind of around that Nashville area, I would highly recommend it. And tell Mama and John hello from us, of
Yes.
course. They're just very sweet. So yeah, so it was a great time. Whispering Oaks was the second of our 7 gay campgrounds for the summer. Next week, we're coming to you from Blue Moon
Blue Moon.
Campground,
All
which is a
right.
brand new a gay campground officially just in Georgia, barely south of Chattanooga. So we've seen a lot of stuff online about their community, and we're excited to get down there too. So that'll be a fun stay as well. But as
Yeah.
always, like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, your family. Also, check out our website for our travel maps and corresponding videos. That's always really good information.
And as a side note, Scott does post a TikTok a little bit quicker for some of our stops.
Yeah,
And so feel free to, if you want to see something a little more quicker, jump in on
that's great.
TikTok.
Well, again, I'm Scott,
I'm Scott
and this is RV Life
from Top.
to Bottom, and we will see you next week from Blue Moon. Bye.
Bye.